Good evening. I had thought to make myself a New Year's resolution on trying to be more active on social medias for my little farm. I just don't feel like there's a lot of content out there for dairy goats, like the short videos and things like that, which I actually really enjoy. I'm not sure how this is going to go, and I don't think I can be as active as some YouTubers are, which all the power to them, because I have no doubt it's very hard. I thought my first video, which was going to be in New Year's Eve, which did not happen because I chickened out, so happy 2020, will just be basically me introducing myself. I have a little bit of time right now. Today is Wednesday, and it was kind of snowy this morning, so the goats mostly stayed in. I did put the horse out, but with the snow squall that just rolled through, I pulled him and the steer in as quickly as I could. Sorry, it's wintertime. So I'm just waiting for the girls to finish their dinner before I go in and finish my inside stuff. So I thought I'd take the time right now to introduce myself. I am Stephanie. I am the owner, breeder, exhibitor, pretty much head honcho of Burn Edges Farm up in small town, New Hampshire. I was raised right on this hill. The home that I'm in now, it was actually bought when my grandfather was 3, and it was passed down to my uncle and my father. My father ended up moving into my great-grandparents' retirement home, which is where I was raised. And then this farm got passed down to me and my sister. I live and work on the farm. My sister is very helpful, however. She did a little bit of vet teching for a time, which comes in incredibly handy from time to time. Usually with shots. But less about that. I'm 33. I've been doing goats for an incredibly short time. I absolutely fell in love with goats, and it just blossomed from there. I currently have about 17. You know how that goes. Gotta kind of constantly cut back and add more. My roots are very deep here. I hate living in New England. I hate snow, so that'll be a theme of winter time. I just thought we might have some fun just to see how life takes the farm and the herd, and I doubt this will be any kind of seriously successful, but it might be fun. You might get something from it. I might get something from it. I know when I peruse YouTube, I look at all kinds of farmers, from dairy cattle to sheep, just because I feel it. Just because we specialize in a species doesn't mean there isn't something to get, something to learn from each other. I guess that's all I wanted to do. Is I'm not a professional. I'm not gonna tell you ever that this is how it should be done. I'm only ever gonna say this is how I do it. And if you're lucky, I might have a real reason for it other than it just suits me. But it may still apply to your farm, or you might find something that you could alter even a little bit to apply to your farm, which I think in the end is what my videos may not even achieve, but hopefully I don't know. Hopefully, I really don't know how much there is to say in this one. You'll never hear me say please subscribe or ring the bell or all those other things. I certainly doubt that I will ever have any like merchandise sweatshirts or things like that. I just can't afford that sort of stuff. But I will definitely promote other channels that I come across that I think are worth learning from. And more specifically, there is a podcast by a one Kara Shepard, DVM. I always do the DMV for some reason. Yeah, I know. Kara does a podcast on goats. She's a vet here in New England. She just moved further into Maine, so she sadly moved away from me. I might very rarely get to see her. But her podcast is Goat Talk with the Goat Doc. Incredibly informational. Honestly, she's quite funny too. At least I enjoy her. She's a really good person. I will link both her podcast. I get it on Stitcher, but I know it's on iTunes too. A few other places. She is the only goat podcast, like true to the to the animal goat podcasts on Stitcher. I don't know about YouTube. Actually, YouTube's. I know she's not on YouTube. On iTunes. I know she also has a website for her notes, which I'll link that as well, and I'll try to figure out how I can do the Stitcher one. I may not be able to. And I'll link my website just if you want to peruse the animals before we go over them. But I was thinking maybe once or twice a month doing a video and going from there. I'll probably hold off on a barn/farm tour until, sorry, I was just checking food bowls. Summertime when it's green and pretty and I'm much happier. Yes, darling. That's Chris. She likes to talk. She's actually due first. So my first kids are due February 13th. She's usually a little late, so I expect probably somewhere around the 16th to 18th when my other two are due, so she'll just kick in. But I thought I might do like goat specific videos, just introduce everybody. And just other, cause I'll probably do a hoof trimming / like health like my health checks. There you go. Just so you can see how I do that. I try to do those every other month. But I'll go over that even more in detail when we get to it, which should be not this coming weekend because I gotta clean stalls, but the following weekend. This will probably come out this weekend, if not. But either way, if there's anything you wish to know about me, I'm not gonna give too much detail about myself. But if you have anything you'd like to see in particular from me that I might actually do, go ahead and leave a comment. You don't have to. You certainly do as you please. So you have a great night. Safe travels. Just a bit of an addendum to the end of my video. I just need to add that I also work full-time for the state of New Hampshire, so between work and the farm, I don't have a great deal of time to dedicate to editing and making videos look professional. So that may not be something you enjoy, and if not, I apologize. I certainly hope that you can find someone that suits that need. But I just felt like you should know that they're going to be pretty much just like this. Raw, this is who I am, this is just how I do things. Well, again, good evening, safe travels.